G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's episode we're going to show you how to make and use a polish reviving solution to clean your antique furniture. My mate Sambo from Refuse Revival has given me this beautiful old timber trunk. It's quite a lovely thing. It's nice inside, all clean and things, but the outside's a little bit scrappy where there's a bit of a dirt build up. And some of the old polish and stuff is all a bit scuffed. So what we're going to do today is give this a polish revive. So that's just a furniture cleaner that I make. So I'm going to show you how to make that first and then show you how to use it. So we tend to make our own concoctions and things here at Vintage Restos. So what we're going to do today is make this polish reviving solution. It's pretty simple because it's equal parts. So you've got 1 part methylated spirits, 1 part pure gum turpentine, 1 part olive oil and 1 part white vinegar. So we're going to tip that into a jar, mix it up till it goes all milky, and then we rub it on with a super fine steel wool. We're going to use that to buff the surface of this, rub it back, lift all the dirt and things off, then give it a wipe down with a soft clean cloth. So it's pretty straightforward to make this. We're going to use 1 part because it is equal parts. It's a bit slow this. There we go, that's exactly 1 part. Measurements don't have to be too crazy good. 1 part white vinegar, or it's an acetic acid actually, is what you're looking for. So you can use acetic acid if you've got it, but white vinegar is just perfect. Pure gum turpentine, 1 part of that, exactly. And then to finish off, 1 part methylated spirits or ethanol. Because you have got a bit of methylated spirits in this, you can't leave it on the surface of shellac for too long because it will impact the surface. It'll start to dissolve it. So once it's like that, you're basically going to shake the show business out of it until it goes milky. You got to remember when you're using this, keep it milky. So what I tend to do is mix it in a jar like that, put a little hole in the top of the jar and just shake it out as we go. So take yourself a small piece of steel wool, about that much. As I said, you're going to shake a little bit on and then work it gently across the surface. Adding a bit more as needed. As I said, keep that mixed. Just work a small area at a time. Just a slight circular motion. We're going to do the whole surface, so once you've worked that area, give it a wipe off. You can see the grunge and stuff starting to come off there. You just wipe the surface clean. Sometimes it'll take a couple of applications, but you can see there the crud starting to come off. Doesn't hurt once you've got it. Give that another wipe with the clean cloth. You can see there that's starting to bring the colour up. It's lifting all that dirt and grunge off it. So once you've done that first little bit, just continue across the whole surface, working a little bit at a time. If you have a look at this surface here, there's still a good bit of varnish on there. A lot of it's gone off the top, but you can see it's come up a bit cleaner. I'll do this area and then come back and show you how it looks after polish reviving. That's after it's been polish revived. You can see there that's considerably cleaner now. That's pretty much all cleaned up now. I could keep going for a little bit longer, but you'll lose the will to live watching me clean this thing. It's been rubbed back with the polish reviver. You might have noticed there that I was using a cloth on here and steel wool on here. Where there's more of a dirt build up, where this was stored, it was sitting up on side, so there was a lot more dirt and things there. And on the surface here, it's copped a lot more dirt and abrasion. So I've used steel wool, a superfine steel wool on these sections, but I've just used the polish reviver on a soft cotton cloth on the front and around there on the side where it wasn't so bad. It's got a lovely patina, this, so the next thing we'll do is we'll put a beeswax coating over the top of that and buff it up. We're not going to cover that in this video because there's a whole separate video on that, on how to make and apply beeswax coating systems for timber antiques and things. Well, that wraps up how we make and use that polish reviver solution. If you've got any questions, queries, suggestions, we'd love to hear from you. Pop a comment down there in the comment section. If you haven't liked the video, we'd appreciate that. And if you'd like to subscribe and follow what we do, we'd appreciate that too. I guess that pretty much wraps it up. See you next time, folks.